Okay, we're back live. Not sure what happened there. Feed seems to be coming through. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but I got kicked somehow. My internet seems to be reporting that everything's fine. Somehow it just stopped recording. It said that it was getting no data feed, which wasn't the case. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I go from having an excellent connection to having a no connection. I don't know how to explain it. That was a good lunch. Top ramen. Well, this appears to be a breakout and it's going down. How far are they going to try and drive this down? That's the question. I think I might buy some more at 55. I'm going to put up a wall at 55. Maybe. I'm going to leave the feed running, and I'm going to step away for a little bit. John's not back yet. I'm not sure if Adam was going to be coming back. I'll be monitoring from a remote location, but I'm going to go ahead and leave the feed running for those who want to see level 2 book orders. I'll drop a note, let everybody know. I will leave this all up here for you guys to see. Currently, GameStop is running in the green. They're up to $211 right now. They had a stellar morning where they topped out at 214 and then immediately went right back down again. It almost kind of looks like barcoding between some of this up and down movement. Cinemark is flat even for the day. Doge is starting to climb back up a little bit. And we are down 62 cents for the day. We had a breakout of our triangle pattern. Breakout going down, which is now trending back up. And we're trading below the VWAP. Yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm back. Took that nice long break and came back to see that doesn't seem like we've had a whole lot of change. A little bit of an upswing there. Looks like we could have a breakout here pretty soon. Looks like we could have a breakout here pretty soon. Looks like it's a green one. do that, or we could have a parallel channel, but it looks to me more like yeah, I wouldn't call it parallel. So it's market manipulation, apparently, if investors choose to buy a stock because they like it. Motley Fool's accusing those who like the stock of market manipulation. It's outrageous. But the kicker is that manipulation is occurring. However, it's not coming from Wall Street. In my view, it appears that AMC's retail investors are the true source of share price manipulation. Absolutely. It's okay to short a share, it's not okay to like one. These low volume days are rough. What are we ever going to do when the stock starts trading like normal? I can't even imagine looking at Cinemark all day. Oof, that'd be rough. Get me with those yawns. Oh, man. Well, if this continues to trend upwards, John is going to be correct in his prediction. Today he had the lower value. Yeah, let's get this back up to 57. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if it's going to break through this. I mean, this is a parallel path upwards. Um, that should indicate a breakout going down. But we're not always right. Okay, we're gonna call one of the other stock guys. Let's see here. Howdy.
Howdy.
Oh, look, he's got his car in there now.
Yeah, gotta gotta protect my identity. Don't want to get hunted by the hedgies.
Yeah, yeah. We're small potatoes right now. Once we get up there, though, we'll probably have to worry about that a little bit more. you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but that's every American. We should practice our right and have some self protection. Yep.
Um,
Anyways,
amazingly, we have 7 viewers right now, which is more than usual. Let's see. Eric is saying before the afternoon ladder attacks. He wants to get up to 57 before the afternoon ladder attacks. He's talking about probably the last, I don't know, 15 minutes or so of the day when they start really trying to drive it down a bit. or he may be
Yeah,
talking.
I don't know what's happening here. Let's check the stonk real quick. See what's the big deal is.
I've got an ascending parallel path flag showing, so that would be an indicator of a price trend downwards once it breaks out.
Okay, you know what's really crazy though? All the borrow share is getting returned. Like, it's back up. All of them are back up in a million right now. So it seems like whatever the S3, no, not S3, but that what is that threshold security? What is it called again?
Are you talking about the regulation SHO?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
much. I think that's having an effect. They're
So
not borrowing that much.
the data that I have on the left hand side is what I took a screenshot at roughly around 6 a.m. this morning, and this is current live to the right here on Stonko Tracker.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So ETF went back about 2000. So what does that really mean? Like when the ETF gets a return, I thought like they just like use some ETF and then it get returned back to be available to borrow again.
Right. So essentially, they're done lending it. They turn it back in, and it's available to be lent by the market makers, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how that 3,800,000 kind of correlate to the FTDs. You know, I wonder they turn all their ATFs into FTDs.
Oh, you mean you're saying they're making a wash? They're essentially using they're loaning shares out to wash out failure to deliver from the past. That's what you think they're doing?
Yeah, because isn't that article that we read earlier? It says something about um, what is it? They have since June 14, no, May 10 up until now, they accumulated about 3 million or so share that's need to be covered.
Hmm. I'm
Yeah,
not
let me go
sure.
back.
I have Ortex up here, and I don't have failure to deliver numbers up yet. They should report in a couple days, but as soon as they do report, we'll know exactly how much they're reporting that they have out there that have not delivered. Which I think is kind of odd because I thought one of these 00 whatever SEC new rules, I thought they were supposed to start tracking that stuff a little more frequently. So not sure.
Oh, and we just break the trend.
Yeah, getting close to power hour though.
Yeah, I wonder what the shark's gonna do. No, not sharks, whales. Mistake them for some time, you know.
Sharks. Would the hedge funds be considered the sharks? I don't know.
I think they're more like parasite.
Parasites. Yes, we need to definitely get rid of these parasites. The volume's just really low right now. It's really low, and it's having a difficult time breaking out upwards without much volume.
Yeah, this volume is super low, right? For um, like how it usually is.
Yeah, absolutely. In
Yeah,
fact,
well, okay, right there, average volume 150 million.
yeah, I can pull that up on here.
So I would say Apes is sleeping right now. You know, Ape should be capitalizing on this and kicking this off.
Well, so I have a theory on that, and it's I think that you have a lot of new investors that are entering into AMC who have never purchased into AMC before are looking at the price right now and they're seeing this like massive swings between $60 and $50, right? And they're sitting there going like, they're probably thinking like, I want to get in on this, but I'm not really sure. They're kind of iffy about whether or not they want to invest. And so, I mean, to the more seasoned apes, we know what's going to happen. And we buy every time we see it dipping. You know, we're like, buy, I want more. Even if I'm averaging up, I don't care, I want more. But the thing is these newer investors are looking at it and going like, I don't know if I really want to get in at $56 right now, right? Seems like a high price for when we can barely even keep it over 60. Uh, but apes in general, I don't think are just throwing like loads and loads and loads of money at this unless they can. Payday comes once every 2 weeks. Um, a while
Yeah, I can
back.
see that. It's been like literally slow, and we had the same level for 2 weeks straight. So I can see that. But that DD with the security threshold, like I mean, even on bigger channels like Simulating Trades, I mean, he even talking about that yesterday. So I mean that's probably like the most concrete DD that we ever had so far as far as like positive news, you know,
Mm.
because
Oh,
like
while we were off and doing whatever it is we were doing, I just wanted to let you know that I saw. You remember that article I was talking about this morning? Let me see if I want to pull it up here real quick. It's the one that was the one that was saying 5 consecutive days apart. Part of the criteria that would yield the astonishing 12.8 million FTD shares as the maximum, which would represent 12 times higher volume than GME's FTDs during January. However, another way of looking at it is interpreting the total 10,000 shares part as the minimum depending on your level of trust in the financial system that has regulatory capture issues. The NYSE listing itself could be used as a sell-off signal. You remember how I was talking about that? Well, I saw it on Reddit, and that same article from the Tokenist, and everybody was like just dumping on it, like dumping, dumping, dumping. Like they had like all kinds of like crap to say, like this is FUD, 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 and they didn't understand. They thought the same thing we were initially thinking, which was, oh, this is talking about apes selling off on this stock because of this information of us making that list, the reg show list, and because we covered it already this morning, it was real easy for me to get on there and be like, no, no, y'all got this wrong. The sell-off isn't about the investors selling off AMC shares. It's about margin calls happening to the hedge funds and their long positions being sold off to cover the positions. That's the sell-off. Remember that? How we were talking about that, and they were
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah." So because I think we were all kind of taking that the same way too when we first read it. We were going like, "Well, why would we sell if if the hedge funds had
If
to
they had
had
any
to
cover,
cover
right?
cover their failure to deliver? It's like that wouldn't be a cause for us to sell. We'd be buy, buy, buy. Because they got to cover, and it's kind of like one of the first indicators that things are crumbling around them. And but I think after rereading that and figuring that out this morning, that what they're saying is the sell-off is the hedge funds selling off their long positions in the market, the stock market. So we're going to see the stock market crash. Well, let's look at the stock market. Let's see how we're doing right now. No crash today. We have 3,333 decliners and 2,973 advancers. So I wouldn't really say that there's any kind of a crash today. In fact, there's more advancers now than there is decliners. So,
Well,
but
didn't he say like this is gonna take over the course of 5 days?
right, I don't really think that we're going to see anything until next week. Monday, well, Friday at the very earliest, but I think more somewhere along the lines of Monday through Wednesday, somewhere around there. I swear, I really think this is going to take off. And everybody hates the dates. I know they do. Uh, I'm stronger than that, though. I can weather being wrong. I'm holding irregardless.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just speculation, right? I mean, we're not saying, we're
Well,
not telling you what to do, right?
it's
We
it's
only,
it's more than speculation, right? I mean, I'm actually basing this off of past history. So,
yeah,
yeah, events that have occurred in the past and have had repeatable um, events that have happened afterwards, which led to low volume followed by high price. So we had this indicator dip once, low volume, high price. Indicator happened the second time. It also resulted in low volume, but no high price. And this one right here was the only one that stood out as being different. And I linked it to some hedge funds. What am I saying? Wanda selling 13.5 or 13.6 million shares to the market, and also AMC selling 72.3. So I think they used those to cover the failure to the delivers at that time. But then we had another one, a really small dip, the third one, and the price did hike up. It was a really small price hike up, but it had a decrease in volume, and then the volume went up and the price hiked. Then we had another one when we went from 12 to $14 up to $77. The indicator went down, volume went down, volume went back up, price went back up. Now we're on that third one, and this is where we currently stand right now. We are on the second hill, and we're now in our third day of recovery from the drop. So we are definitely on the upward swing. And that means Monday was the flag that indicated that we're now going to start to see volume starting to increase. Okay, I would imagine probably tomorrow, Friday-ish, is probably when the volume's going to start to steadily go back up. And as you see volume go back up, price boom through the roof.
yep.
So and I'm not trying to spread like lies or rumors or anything like that. It's just simply taking data that I have presented in front of me, and I think that it shows a picture of past history trends, and that's what I look for.
And look at that, your trend's correct again. And oh, okay. So what do you think today gonna be closing out to?
Well, John's actually in the green. John had predicted a low of 56.35, closing at 56.35. We're almost there. He's almost going to get his first tally marker. Now, of course, we've only been counting tallies starting yesterday, so both of us were wrong yesterday. We missed our targets. I missed it by a fraction. I was just over the top. Um, Today, John's low is 56.35. He's 56.35 to 59.35. That's his spread. My spread for the day was 57.15 to 60.15. That was my spread for the day.
Hmm.
I tend to think, like, based on how we're just kind of trekking along right now, John might just barely squeak in and win with a tally mark, and I'm probably gonna miss. I'm gonna have to give up a tally mark to John for the day on making the call. The $3 spread call.
$3.
Hey, I mean there's a lot of possibilities of what could happen to this stock, and for you to pick $3 to get it within is pretty decent. I mean, we could have closed at 52 today for all we know if something had happened.
Oh, definitely gonna buy in some more chicken tendies.
Heck yeah, $52 is a steal for where it's gonna be. I'm pulling up Reddit right now to see kind of like what's currently being talked about.
Well, nah, I can't confirm this news yet. I mean, I'm just looking at the Discord and like, there's apparently this guy posting there's 2 fund liquidating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to check on that. liquidation application filed with SEC for 2 funds. That's one of them is not Citadel.
Wait, you're saying 2 funds are liquidating?
Nah, I think that post got deleted. I mean, I think it's BS.
Okay.
But I will make sure.
I'm looking at a post by King Genie 45th. He says he's got a news detail that he posted. It looks like it might be from Weevil or something. It says, been able to avoid imminent bankruptcy, taking advantage of the manipulation by selling hundreds of millions of new shares and issuing high interest debt. Still, AMC reported another 566.9 million net loss in the first quarter and recently issued a warning to investors about buying the stock at current prices. Wow, that really sounds like a lot of FUD. Under the circumstances, we caution you against investing in our Class A stock. They copied everything from the June filing. As for Trey's trades, he took to Twitter on Wednesday morning to assure all his supporters that he will be fine. Wow, what a bunch of like hit pieces. Quote from Trey, I'll update everybody this afternoon when I finish up surgery. Thanks everybody for the love. Oh, yeah. He's gonna be fine because he's had surgery today. I forgot about that. He's got his test monitor that they're installing into his chest, which is why he can't do big taps on his chest anymore.
What it was caused by it.
He said he's gonna update everybody this.
Best, I mean, I'm not being mean to Trey. We just grown adults here having some jokes.
Benzinga's take: the self-proclaimed AMC apes have made clear they have little interest in what Wall Street analysts and financial media or even AMC management itself has to say. They simply like the stock. Damn straight. And we like the stock, and it does really weird things, like when you have upwards channels of that are supposed to break out down and they go up. We're okay with that. It happens. It goes the other way too sometimes.
I remember you were telling me how Reddit have 2 AMC, one is AMC stock and one is AMC stocks. One was what's been going on in that stock one, because I know that one doesn't have any real people in it.
You're talking about the MCX?
No, I'm not talking about the AMCX stock. You remember you tell me like it was like 2 Reddit board. One is the real AMC.
Oh, yeah. There's AMC stock and AMC stocks, and I don't know how true it is. I heard at one point AMC stocks had been kind of taken over by people that may not have had good intentions. I think they were leading people to other. I don't actually. I shouldn't talk about it because I really don't know what happened over there because I wasn't on that site. I only visit AMC stock. That's the one that I tend to visit the most. I know that there was some stuff going on at the other one that people didn't like. I haven't even looked at it lately to see which one has more
I'm trying to load
users.
it up. I know AMC stocks have more members, as I remember.
Let me see. I'm curious now.
Yeah, 46K members versus what? The other one is what?
We have like 300 in stock.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's see what's going on here.
Actually, it doesn't. It says members is 368,000, with 57,000 of them being online right now. Yeah, AMC stock is where I go. Our AMC stock is where I go to get my information. I don't know. Hands down, I think that there's a lot of really smart individuals on there. There's people on there that I don't agree with. There's people I do agree with. And it doesn't matter if I disagree. It's, we're all in this together and holding. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a phone call, so 1 second.
Okay. John is in the money. He is going to get a tally marker if we finish over 56.35. He's going to be rubbing that in forever until I get my first tally point. For those of you who are watching right now, we have John and I co-host this channel, and he's over on the left-hand side. John's not the one that was currently talking. That's Adam. He's kind of a guest today, but John and I, starting yesterday, started just comparing where we thought the price would end for the day at 3 o'clock at about 7 a.m. in the morning. And yesterday, um, he had his price target was too high. There was no way he was going to get it. I was just out by like I don't know, 20 cents or so. And I had actually, we didn't have any specific rules in place yesterday, and when I picked my price range, I only had like a, I don't know, $2.75 range, and he had like a $3 range. If I'd have had that extra money to put down on the bottom end, I probably would have, but I don't know. So I didn't get any points yesterday. He didn't get any points yesterday, and today is just day number 2. So I think it'll be awesome if he does get a point today, though, because I'd like to see us get a point every single day, at least one of us. And at 7 a.m. in the morning, anybody who is welcome. We're gonna stream this every single day. I don't do anything else now other than sit here and watch the stock, and so I decided that if I'm gonna be sitting here watching the stock anyways, I might as well just stream something and get some information up on the screen that people can look at whenever they want to. So I will be streaming every day from 6 a.m. Central Standard Time to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and at 7 Central Standard Time, that's when we kind of do our price predictions. So the blue line is John's lower number, and the purple line is my lower number. The yellow lines here are some Fibonacci retracements that I've done to kind of show like levels of support and levels of resistance. And the blue lines that I've got going on right now are just kind of a trend, an upward flag trend uh, that I had kind of created a little bit earlier, and we kind of trended out of it when I created it, and then above it. So it might be a little tight, but it does seem like we're ascending. And supposedly, when these kind of flags break out, they are supposed to break out going down. When the ascending flag goes up, the price will break out going down. When the ascending flags are going down, they break out going up. So we should start seeing oh, we got somebody saying something here. My P&L looks like a witch's hat. I wish I could see it. I wish I could see that. I created a witch's hat, I think, a little bit earlier back here. A little bit. I forgot to delete these. Welcome to the channel, by the way. I don't think we've seen you here before. You must have found us by accident. We have done no advertising whatsoever. Happy stumbling. Typically speaking, since you're new here and you're talking, where do you hail from? That'd be interesting to know if you don't mind sharing. Oh, sweet. Today was the first day that I did keywords. I'm not a Redditor. This is new to me. I'm completely foreign to this stuff. One of the guy that co-hosts this with me said you should probably put some keywords into the search so that people can find you. So I put some in today, and hopefully that's how people are finding us. Tulsa. Is that New Mexico? Let me check it out. Oklahoma. Okay, so you're just north of us. We're in Texas. I'm very bad geographically. Well, welcome to the program. We've just started it up this week, starting Monday, and we're kind of calling this our test week. We're kind of ironing out some kinks, trying to figure out how we want to set everything up, trying to work around my incredibly slow internet. uh, but the main thing that we want to do with this channel is that, um, oh, Austin, I'm in Pflugerville, and John is in Austin. When we first created this channel, we my goal was to just simply provide people with level 2 book orders, right? And I've got those right here. I never could find like a live chat that had constant from open to close level 2 book orders showing. And while we usually have somewhere between a 10 to 25-second delay on this feed just because I have really, really bad internet. Um, but it's still, I think it's nice to be able to see that. Like when you're out in the go, if you don't have access to Weeble, but you do YouTube, you can at least like pull this up and just see it. But sometimes we're really quiet and we're not doing a whole lot. Maybe we're off eating lunch, but we just leave the stream running, and that way we can just provide something for people to see. Pigeon Forge Road, Pflugerville, Texas. Let me see where that's at here. In contrast to where I'm at. Oh yeah, that's really close to where I'm at. I'm over by Lake Pflugerville. So yeah, that's awesome, man. Welcome to the channel, and glad you're here. How do you like Oklahoma in contrast to Texas? Is it better? Worse? Come on, apes. Let's get up to my tally mark. 57:15. We need 57:15 apes. Come on, man. Drive it. the, the legal weed is great. Okay. Well, I somehow knew that you were going to say that. I don't know how, but I did. I have always I think since like 1998 I was saying that we needed to legalize weed in this country, and um, my idea was is that the government should run it, right? Like government ran weed where they sold it, and it was regulated by the government, and they could collect the taxes off of it, and actually like do some legit great things for the states. Um, I never in a million years thought in my lifetime that I would actually see it happen, but there's like an actual like glimmer of hope that someday in my life in Texas I'll see something like that happen. But that's awesome. Oklahoma. Shout out to Oklahoma. Uh, wait, hold on 1 second. Um, I'm trying to think of the name of the gambling place. There's a guy on here right now that might actually know. Eric Albers, or actually you might even know. We went up to Oklahoma one time to go gambling at that place. It's just on the north. Like if you go through Dallas and then you head in just across the border, we went to that casino that was there, and I made a killing at the poker tables. I don't think weed was legal at that point. And yeah, we finally got constitutional carry. Did they approve that? I don't. I heard it was on the desk to be approved. It was signed to be signed off. I don't know. I wish John was here. Let's see if they signed that. Signed into law. June 16th. Starting September 1st. It says after he signs it. He may have signed it already. But if that's the case, it'll happen September 1st. That's a little bit ways out. I'm happy about that. I'm really happy that we have constitutional carry. Um, I'll tell you why I'm not happy. I went and took the class, which is great. I think everybody should take a class for something like that. But I went and took the class. I paid for it, and so now all I have to do in order to get my concealed carry license is to finish the paperwork with the state and then have them do a background check on me and all that kind of good stuff. And and so I went through all that work and the class and all that kind of good stuff and for nothing. I'm just gonna get to carry anyways here in September, so that's the only reason why I'm angry about that. It's probably a good thing I took the class, but whatever. So we broke out of this ascending flag path, which should have been in that downwards breakout, but I'm happy. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We just got a little bit further to go to hit my 57.15, and I'll get a tally mark for the day. But we can go ahead and drive on up to 50 or $60. That'd be awesome, because then John won't get his point. There's John's upper tally mark there. If we go across that line and stay somewhere in between these two, I get a tally mark and he doesn't. So we're doing pretty well on that right now. I'm trying to see if I see any other patterns here. John's really good at the patterns, and I'm still kind of picking up on it a little bit. I think we might have to wait. I think what we'll end up having here is we just broke out upwards. It'll probably go up a little ways, then we'll start to flag out, and that'll be another bullish indicator. And unless we get hedge fund attacks, which always seem to happen during power hour towards the end. Here comes the flag portion of it. Yeah, if I had to guess, this is probably what it's going to look like here pretty soon. Let's see. I'm going with that. Oh, and we're not done going up yet, I guess. Look at that. Oh, absolutely. I will take the usual, please. Thank you. I don't want to say the name wrong. Quone Research? I'm not sure. We'll go with Quone. Quone. I'm not. Thanks for stopping in today, and again, feel free to come back anytime. Ask questions. We entertain all questions, and we are two guys with ADD monitoring the stock because that's just what we like to do. And I am now almost in for a point, a tally mark. I can't believe after all this today, like making this price quote way back at 7 o'clock this morning, way back, where were we at the time? 7 o'clock in the morning was right It would have been 8 o'clock on this. Way back here, we made the price predictions. And I had a hunch that we were going to close slightly higher than what we had closed at yesterday. It's just I'm going through Reddit and I'm reading some of the Reddit stuff here, and it boggles my mind that there's I know there's going to be some people that are watching. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it boggles my mind that you're still in Robinhood. It boggles me. Like I just so many opportunities to get out, and there's a lot better options. I don't know. Here I am saying this, and I'm fully in Fidelity. Well, not fully. I have like 5 shares through Webull, but I am in Fidelity primarily, and watch Fidelity be the one that does what Robinhood did last time, and I'll be the one sitting here going like, "Why?" And then the people in Robinhood will be like, "Ah, see," but whatever. Oh, of course, it's going to decide to consolidate right below my mark. That's awesome. It's just temporary. I'm just trying to set this up because I imagine we'll end up having a flag here, a pennant. This is what Eric was referring to earlier. Fidelity is going to have a hard time once this moons. So many apes moving to them. And that's partially why I say, like here I am saying like I can't believe you're in Robinhood still, and there's like all these people in Fidelity, and they're going to be the ones with the problem because they didn't have as many people in Fidelity when GME did what it did. Everybody was in Robinhood, so. Yeah, but this is what Eric Albers just referred to about the hedge fund end of the day ladder attacks. Look at that. Ouch. If we can, let me see here. It'd be nice to close over like 58. That would be awesome. Yeah, so the level of support I'm showing is 57, and it hit that, right? It hit the 57.06 mark. It actually got up to 57.21 at one point, and then drove back down. But yeah, that's this this yellow line that I've got here is it's a line of resistance from a Fibonacci retracement, and yeah, it's probably going to do this whole bouncing thing with the pennant, with the flag going up and the flagpole going up in a pennant until it gets to a certain point and then breakout going upwards. Who knows? Maybe today's going to be that aftermarket day where we have an explosion in the aftermarket. I mean, it certainly could happen. Although with volume being as low as it's been today, like super super low, um, probably not the case, but it's possible. Let's see what the 30-minute RSI. 30-minute RSI is kind of right in the middle. It's at 52.94. 5 minute is got it a little bit higher at 63.85. So it's but we are kind of on an upswing right now. So yeah, we could consolidate for a little bit here, kind of drop the RSI down, especially at the 5 minute range, and maybe see a breakout going up. And again, that purple line right there is my line for a tally point for the day. We can do it. I hope this isn't a fight for 57.01. Let it be more. Come on, apes. Let's go. I need a tally mark. I'm going to see what John's doing. Eric, since I know you're listening, what's the name of that stinking casino we went to? I keep wanting to say Shreveport, but that's not it, is it? I feel like I'm gonna have to look it up now. I don't even know if I can wait for the 15-second delay. Nope, that's the Louisiana one. I knew it wasn't that. Um, Choctaw. Ah, yeah, Choctaw. That's the one. I don't know why I couldn't remember that name. It's such a weird name. Yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. We need to do that again here soon. In fact, we need to definitely get some poker tournaments in before we ship out to the World Series of Poker in December. So we might have to go hit up Choctaw once we get all these tendies. River Spirit and I can't even say that name. Osage. Yeah, we'll have to go check something out. We got to go check some of those places out. I mean, we can hit up a couple different poker places. I don't know. Maybe this will. Wouldn't that be crazy? Like after this is all said and done, I'll turn this channel from an AMC stock monitoring to a poker channel, where we take our tennies and go around and just kind of have fun. That'd be a blast. Like just hitting up like different casinos and like doing like ratings on them and stuff. I'd enjoy that. Kind of like I remember years ago there was two guys that like their dad died or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but they always had this idea that they were going to go around and visit like all of the baseball stadiums in the entire U.S. And so they did this like road trip and they went around to like every baseball stadium in the U.S. and like just in honor of their dad or something like that, and had like a blast the entire time, like just going around and visiting all these games, these different baseball stadiums. But we could do that with like I don't even could we do that with casinos? I mean, there might be too many. And it would be in honor, of course, these attendees.
Okay, well, I'm back.
All right, this is Adam, guys. Adam's back,
Hello,
not
this
John.
is Adam, the SDI Subaru driving guy. Probably gonna get a Lambo. Probably not. Just probably gonna get a built engine.
Um, do you know where John went?
I don't know. I'll live with him.
No, I know. I just was wondering if he had mentioned to you where he's headed off to. I sent him a text asking him if he was around, but he didn't respond, so he might be busy. I'm dying over here trying to do these technicals analysis. I need his support. I have to have somebody hold my hand through this. My ADD is not as strong.
So, I mean, off topics, but actually, let's just go over, you know, let's just go with some new DD that just got posted on this group. You can see, I'm gonna butcher this name, just like how people butcher Asian names, right? So, Rowan's Capital, 550K contract, traded thus far, 65% call, 35% put. Anything above 60% is ridiculous at this volume. So what does that mean, Casey?
All right, let's look at. I'm gonna put it up on the page real quick, even though we're breaking out down, going lower. I'm gonna put it up here real fast. So I'm pulling up the current calls and puts for this week, that end on June 2nd. And okay, so we are back up to 35,000 calls. It had dropped. It was 35,000 this morning, and then it dropped down to 32. So there's some people who backed out of $60 calls. Maybe fear. I'm not sure. Um, but we had a lot at 65 as well. We actually had, if I'm not mistaken, we had 34,000. Do I have those numbers? I think I have those numbers backwards. I should do a screenshot of this also. I'll do that tomorrow. But we had like 1,000 less 65 call options, and those completely went away. You can see now we're down to 14,000. So, which is actually a little bit back up. I think it dropped down to 9 earlier. But our big level of support right now, like, if you had to look, whoa, it's actually 145. Our largest amount of volumes at 145 at 44,000 call options. But the more realistic one right now is probably at $60. So that's calls. Let's look at puts. There's 20,000 puts at $50 strike. There's 11,500-ish at 55 strike. If we can push them down, yeah, if we can drive the price up to $60, they're not going to be making much money this week. It's going to be losses for anybody who's trying to short the stock. Yeah.
So you're saying like 65 calls and people are believing that the stock are going to go up, right?
Yep. That's the majority of the. Well, I shouldn't say majority because right now we actually have. Wait a minute. Do these numbers just? I literally just moved this back over to the other screen and the numbers changed on me. Hold on a second. Let me just look again. Wow. Didn't we just see that there was 44,000 at 145? There's only 12 now.
12 what?
Oh, you know, I think my eyes were reading that wrong. I was reading 44,000. It was the volume's actually 12,000 at 145. Okay, that makes more sense to me. Okay. Yeah, majority of our support right now is at $60. Majority of it. There's a good secondary push for 58, and the third would be 57, which I believe are all very easily I think the 57, the 58, and most likely the 59 are reachable by the end of this week. That's just my opinion. Um, Let me just see what's being sent here. Oh, is this the article that you sent me?
Yeah.
AMC 550,000 contracts traded thus far. 65% calls, 35% puts. Anything above 60% is ridiculous at this volume. All right, so it's like I was saying earlier. We had a crap ton of calls at $60, and they disappeared, and now a lot of them are back. And we also had a whole bunch at $65, and they disappeared. So if they're selling lower than what their strike is, and they're losing money, and maybe they're repositioning at different amounts. Maybe, I don't know. Eric might have some insight into that. But that's what it would mean to me. It sounds to me like they'd be cutting their losses. Perhaps maybe when we got up to a higher price today, they sold and cut their losses. Like maybe when we got up to 58.18, when we got in that range, maybe they were kind of like, I don't see this going well, and they cut out.
Hmm.
All right, apes, come on, man, we can do it. Let's drive up to 57.15. It's like a buck. Come on, it's $1. I just have this sick feeling John's going to get the point today, and I'm not going to get one. Oh, no. His TA is better than mine. Where did his bottom number go? I somehow deleted his bottom number. I don't know how I did that. I'm going to give people cancer, like just watching me like try to manipulate this. My hands don't work. Wait, did I did it? I got it. All right, so John is technically out of not getting a tally mark too. In fact, if we were to close like right at this price right now, it'd be about as far off as I was yesterday from missing. He's gonna wish that he had stuck with his original quote. I let since he went first, since he had to give his quote yesterday, I did mine first today, so that it would be fair if we like rotated each day on who had to give their quote first. And after I made my quote, he gave his quote, and his neither of us we overlapped by like just a very tall amount. So he was a lot lower than what he is right now. And then 8 o'clock rolled around, and he was like, "Ah, I want to change it." And I was like, "Ah, come on, man, that's not fair." I'm like, "That's like a whole hour more time that you had to change." I was like, "All right, just this time." So I let him change it. It's probably a good thing I did because otherwise he'd have gotten it right. He may still end up getting it right. I'm gonna play the outro just before 3 o'clock. I believe the outro is let me see how long it is. I forgot the time frame. It's roughly about a 5 minute outro. So I will probably play 3 minutes before three and let it go in 2 minutes into the post market or after hours.
Sorry, I'm looking at some car stuff right now.
That's what everybody does, right? Like, I mean, I'm not doing that right now, but I still got it up here. Like, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting this as soon as this is all said and done. That's gonna be my baby. Oh, I can't wait for that.
What the Challenger?
Yeah. Oh, look at that, John, you lucky dog. 5635. It's coming for you. They're coming back.
Is that a used one?
I don't know. That's brand new. It's the right
Brand new.
color. Yeah, it's the right color. It's the right model. It's everything I wanted. There's an oil company. So get this. I called up the dealership. I don't have the tendies yet, right? I call up the dealership because I know that they like to like communicate with people. If you have an idea that you want to buy it, then they might save it for you. And so I kind of wanted to call and just see what the interest has been on the car. It's a showroom.
Ah,
It's a showroom
they
model. What's that?
they're not gonna hold it for you, dude. That
Oh,
that that kind of price line,
no, no,
dude.
no,
I'm
no, no.
telling you right now,
No, no,
hold
I
that
wasn't
dealership.
expect. I mean, it's a showroom model, right? And usually those last for a while because they're so expensive. So, I just wanted to ask the guy. I was like, so I called him up and I said, "Hey, what's the deal with this car? Is it, has there been a lot of interest? Can you tell me about what's going on with it?" And he said that there was an oil company that placed the order. It was a special order vehicle. They placed the order, and that they will be picking up the vehicle no matter what mid-July. That's all he said. I think he said mid-July. He may have said end of July. I can't remember which, but he said they understand that somebody may come in and buy it before them, but if nobody does, they will definitely be buying it at that date that they said that they gave the dealership. So they know they've got it sold to some oil company, and and I said that's great. Thank you. I appreciate that for the information. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping this happens sooner than later. I mean,
Dude,
I'll,
don't believe what they say.
I'll,
I'm
I'll,
telling you
I'll
right
hold it.
now, no,
I'll hold as long as I need to. I see what you're
dude.
saying.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
no, I know. Yeah, I don't trust anything dealers really say, but I mean, the information that he was giving me though sounded pretty legit. I know they
I'll tell you
could.
right now. I used to work for a dealership, and my manager will literally make everything sounds like it's official, but it's not. It's just him going to the back and flicking paper until he come out like, oh yeah. Actually, I just looked at some of my bookings, and it seems like we get into a tier three rates here in a second here. So how about this? We do this, and you sign it, right? And it's like, dude, and I'm telling you, the magic, the lying magic in the dealership is incredible. I mean, we could do a whole thing about that. I'm telling you, I know everything what's going on in the dealership
Okay,
now.
let me
It's
ask you a
it's all
question. If I walk into the dealership, right, and I say, they ask me, do you want to finance or how are you going to pay for this, right? Isn't it best to say that I'm going to finance and then finance it through them and then literally just pay it off because they'll give me a better rate off the sticker price if I finance it?
100%.
right?
100%.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. I was going to go in there and be like, well, I'm going to finance it, and then like let them sucker me into like some of the, like one of the worst possible interest rates ever, and then just
Yes.
have them drop the sticker price like crazy amounts so that they can get me into this loan, right? And then I'll just make
Hmm.
sure whatever I do, I'll just make sure that the loan doesn't have like a prepayment penalty. And I'll walk out of there with the car. I'll be like, "Thanks, guys. See you later." And then I'll I'll drive home with like 10,000 off the sticker price, and a week later, I just poof, paid off cash.
I would just pay it off right there and then.
Dude,
I would be like,
that'd be so evil.
actually, I have cash.
That would be so evil. Oh wait,
That's what. Huh?
you dropped the sticker price. It's too late.
Exactly. So you guys do can sell at that price. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna walk out. So just like that. It's just a mind game, dude. And do not ever feel sorry for them. The only person you should feel slightly sorry for is probably the sales guy that probably didn't make his commission.
Uh,
But
that doesn't make me feel bad though, because I know it's tough.
yeah, it's not being a sales guy. The sales manager is the one that like are keeping the price. And I'll tell you what, the salesperson don't know half the shit that's going on behind the manager desk. The manager know everything, and the manager lying to the sales guy too. So you can already tell it's a double whammy. Is the manager lying to the sales guy to tell the customer, and the sales guy is lying to the customer. So it's a double lie.
Wow. All right. So for those of you who are watching, I'm just going to tell a little backstory real quick. I actually owned a Challenger already a couple months ago, and I got into AMC kind of early on and didn't really have a whole lot of money to put towards it. It was probably like maybe 10 grand, and um, I got to the point to where it was like the 801 battle. I think it was. I think it was around the 801 battle. It might have been the 1201. I can't remember. I think maybe it was the 1201 battle. It was coming up. I could see it coming, and I was like, I really wish I could kind of lower my average because I initially had gotten in January 28th, 29th, or something like that, and it was 14 or $15. So I wanted to lower my average. I already lowered it down quite a bit. I was actually down to like nine something at one point, but so I sold my Challenger. But first, I went to dealership. Right, I took it into one of the dealerships, and they looked at it, and I had decals on put on the car when I first got it. And when I went to go have it detailed for selling it, when they pulled the decals off, it tore up the paint. Like it was like the base coat was showing. It was bad, really, really bad. And so I took it in the dealership, and they said, "Yeah, we can't take this car. We're gonna have to repaint the whole car." And I was like, "Oh man." My wife's like, "Well, why don't you just go take it over to CarMax? Was it CarMax? I think it's
Max Morgana.
CarMax. Yeah, I'm getting my coffee here. Hold on a second. Thanks, son. So I go to CarMax, and sure enough, they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll buy your car from you." I was expecting to get maybe like 19,000 for it, tops from like a private sale. They quoted me, I think it was like 25 or 21.5. No, I think it was 21.5. And I almost like pooped my pants just listening to the guy say it. And when he handed me the paper, I was like, I tried so hard not to like shout for joy when I saw the number because I thought I had a limit at that point. And so I'm like, oh yeah, so how do we get this process started? And they're like, oh, because he was like walking me out the door. He didn't think I was going to take the offer. So I sold it to him. I think I got away with a killing because I don't think that car is worth that much with the paint the way it's looking. And even if they could get it done for free to paint the entire car, that car is worth about 21.5. So I don't know how they're going to make their money.
Dude, they know. CarMax knows right now the market is. I mean, around the time you sell, yeah, that's when the market, the car market got crazy. So used car right now, it's like gold. They
Well,
just take forever and people buy it.
I sold it, and of course, what did I do? I took like 2/3 of it and sunk it right into AMC. And now look at it. So I'm trying to get back into another Challenger. This time I want it to be the red eye though.
I
Um,
mean, you really sure you want to get a new one? I mean,
yeah.
okay, when we're stonking, I guess it doesn't matter, but
All right.
you know,
Here's the thing. Like from experience, having owned one and having talked to a lot of people in a lot of groups that talk about the car specifically, I would never in a million years own a Challenger without a warranty. Ever.
of course not.
I wouldn't. There's too many problems that can happen to that car specifically. You do not want to have a you don't want to have that car and not have a warranty.
Well, I mean, let me see. What year is this again? 20.
2021.
I mean, no, no, no. No, I was looking at like the Challenger. I was trying to look up like, okay, does it have a timing belt or a chain?
Oh,
Uh,
I
all
would.
that stuff
I'd be
matters.
shocked if it had a chain. I'm pretty sure it has a belt.
Okay, if one of those things, yeah, I would get a warranty
But
because you
that's
buy
not the
anything.
problem. They have a lot of problem with rear differentials, and I think it has something to do with the amount of torque that they're running. Their rear differential just gets shot. It just gets eaten up. I didn't even. That car was my baby. It was my baby. It was my dream car, and I never ever really did like 0 to 60s, maybe more than a half a dozen times. I didn't drive it crazy. In fact, my wife jokes about it. She's like, "You drive a nice muscle car like it's like your grandpa."
Does the Corvette have any problem with that? And the diff and
I,
stuff?
I couldn't speak on that. I have no idea.
I mean, people might complain about a diff a lot, maybe because they go around swinging that thing. You know, I mean, you already know these muscle car. Like everybody who bought one is probably a kid or young, and they just love going around swinging and doing donuts. So
Yeah,
of course, gonna kill the diff.
but I never did that though. I never once did that.
Did it went out?
Let me tell you, 3 times. 3 times it went out on me.
Just get a GTR, dude. I'm sorry, but American cars, I don't know why. I don't know why. It just why can they ever get to the point where the stuff doesn't break? I don't understand. It's just like okay, if the Coyote engine, right? The LS motor, it's like tanks, awesome, but then everything around it just breaks. I don't understand, you know. And then it's not like it's that cheap either.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna interrupt you just for a second, Adam. I'm gonna let you know I'm giving you a 2 minute timer. In 2 minutes, I start the outro. It's something I just started doing today, and I do it in the intro in the mornings when I first start at 6 a.m. and I do it on the outro every day. And anytime that we have a price increase where it just really starts skyrocketing like crazy, like I actually probably should have done it earlier when we went from 56.30 to 57. Maybe like a $2 swing. If we have like a $2 swing ever, I will play it. I did play it earlier this morning a second time. I think when we went from 55 to like 57. I think I played it then. I don't know. I forget. Anyways, I'm going to start playing that here in about a minute. Closing thoughts for the day. How'd you feel about the performance today?
It's expected. I'm a little bit weirded out by all these sell off when it rise. So I guess it's still being manipulated, or maybe we literally just this is just day trading and action. I don't know. Like some of these drop you see here
Mm.
throughout the day. I'm not sure like vertical red drop candle. That doesn't seem natural. Yeah, it has to be manipulation. There's no way.
Well, since the volume's so low, it doesn't take much for it to start swinging one direction or the other. So, and on that note, it's starting to look like neither John or I are going to get a tally point for 2 days in a row now. Hopefully, John can get his tally point here, squeak it out. But I will play it out in grand fashion with the outro. Hope to see you all tomorrow, and I'll talk for probably 2 minutes after hours as the less loud music comes on. Be prepared. This may be kind of loud. I'm still working on levels. And we can talk over this too if we have to.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery.
This gives me the chills every time.
It's a 18K cell wall right now going on. Let me see. I can't really see. See, I don't have Ortex like you. I can't just look at the highest ask price.
T-minus 60 seconds and counting.
Or the highest ask volume.
We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
You sound good.
Discovery Houston, negative return.
Copy, negative return.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All
been a wonderful day flying with y'all. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Have a good one, Adam.
Have a good one too.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Are you off the stream?
I'm trying to end it. Give me a second.